Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. We appreciate you being here. If you could do us a favor, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell like it's prompting you to do in the lower right-hand corner right there. And thank you. All right, so listen, there's a lot going on like there isn't any day of the week. There's a lot going on. We knew that the president was going to speak, and he was going to speak on yesterday. I left a video and on yesterday, but we also went live over on Stock Mo's page, and there is where I got a little more comfortable to say what I really feel. And it's hard to walk that line not to make it all political. This is a financial page, but we tell money making truths, right? And we're truth tellers. And it doesn't matter where you are. You're going to have half the people love you, half the people hate you. I try to stick to only discussing politics as it pertains to our money. But guys, look at what happened today. Okay. So we got the NASDAQ literally just a steady right there, steady. Look at that. So we had a sell off on last night. The NASDAQ was down as much as 500 points. The NASDAQ was down. So I don't know, it was, like a percent and a half at one point, but 500 points down it was after the president's speech, which I kind of knew what he was going to say. So, as a matter of fact, I'm going to play you a snippet from last night's live on Stockmo's page with Keenan Grace, Stocks with Josh Stockmo, and myself.
Let it go back to winning.
Can I say the quiet part?
Yeah,
Whoa.
absolutely. Go ahead, Larry. Facts need to be.
I always say the quiet part that nobody's saying, right? So we thinking it, but we don't say it. Josh did actually. He went into it. Come on, y'all. We gangster. We gangster. The USA, we straight thugged out gangster. And it didn't start with Trump. It started many, many years ago. As a matter of fact, we can go back to World War II. We gangster. Listen, America never, literally never goes on to foreign soil and just leaves. We taking stuff. We taking the pen, we taking the paper, we taking stuff. Oh, this mine too. Now, what you gonna say? That's what we do. That's what America do. We leaving there with something, with some oil, some minerals, some something. We leaving with something. That's what America does, okay? I love this country, but I ain't blind, all right? So now, Trump knows what oil is going to do to this country. I believe in a few hours that he's going to get on. He's going to boast about how we knocked out their army, right? He's going to boast that they won't have nuclear power for another 15 years. We obliterated, we bombed, we desecrated, I knocked him out. That's what he does. So Mo went on to ask me and all of the gentlemen, what do we think, right? What did we think that the president was going to say last night? Now, we shot this before the president's speech, okay? I'm just going to play for you what I said because it's exactly what happened. Directions, but I just don't know. But I do know some of the things he is going to do. It's going to be the same thing as every speech. He's going to come out. We're going to talk about our wins. He's going to talk about how much we put a hurting on them. But I don't know what the ultimatum is going to be, what's going to cause the market to move. I do believe that a lot of the positive movement, some of it happened between yesterday and today. And so I just don't know how much more, if he doesn't give us anything more than what he said in the last 2 days, I just don't see the market doing what it did yesterday. Now, yesterday was Tuesday to that video. So we know that we had a move up, right? we had a move up. So that would have been Wednesday. So this was Wednesday when I made that comment. So I was talking about Tuesday, right? And you guys do know that the market bottom was the 30th, right? So it was the 30th. And I expected he was going to do the same as he's been doing, which he did. I truly at this point don't believe that he could help it, okay? I'm just going to just tell you guys. So here's what I want you to see, guys. This is some interesting stuff, and we're going to look at where the market is. Trump touts U.S. tremendous amount of Venezuelan oil, vows to take care of Cuba after Iran focus, right? So he vows to take care of Cuba, and he talks about a lot of oil from Venezuela. Venezuela, wait a minute. Isn't that where he took the president of Venezuela, the Venezuelan president? Didn't he take that president just before we started this war?
Good night. Good night. Happy New Year.
Wow. This guy, his timing is impeccable. So we went after the bad Venezuelan president, and then we sent our oil people over there to see how the infrastructure was just before we got into this war where they closed the straits. So we made sure no, it couldn't have been. It's just that his timing is just that good. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys to see, how this thing plays out, because surely it wasn't about oil. And surely he went after that Venezuela president because he was a bad guy, which he was. And surely when we went after Iran because those are some bad people, the leaders, the supreme leader, which he is, right? But is that the real reason why we went after them? Because they were bad people? It's just, anyway. Let's get to the market, because anyway, so guys, we went up. Look at that today, and we went into consolidation. Last night we went down, right? If you look over the last 5 days, you will see that the 30th was the low. The 30th was the low. So now I didn't know. I just figured that the lows and we could go lower, all right? And I know a lot of people are saying we could go lower. I don't have a crystal ball. I just have a plan, and that's what this is all about. So over the month that this war has been going on, the low was the 30th. You guys see that? And again, what does today mark? It marks the anniversary of Liberation Day. Let's go back a year. Here we go. Liberation Day was right here. So we buy the lows, and we were buying in this range. Why? Because we just had signals to buy. And the lows, even after we came out of Liberation Day and hit the peak, let's just go here. We come back from Liberation Day, right? The lows of this war is still higher than after we came out of Liberation Day, guys. And so at some point, you just have to start buying. And like I said on the live last night, trying to catch a market after it pops, it's kind of trying to catch a horse after it's got out of the barn. I ride, believe it or not. Good luck on catching that horse. So what have we learned? What we learned is that it's all a game. Now, people are losing their lives. That's not a game. We pray for peace, but games people play is a song. And it doesn't matter who you voted for. And the prior administration had some evils. There's a lot of evils that's going on right now. I'm just going to say it. All right. But why are you talking about it, Larry? Because it's affecting your money. It's affecting your money. Some of your 401ks are down by $180,000. Some of you, one of or two of you guys listening to me right now, got scared and sold. And I'm just going to tell you, sometimes you got to stand alone sometime and have a voice and tell people and show people what's really going on, because most people are investing based on their emotions. And so in Money Moves, believe it or not, we don't talk politics. I post what I post so the followers can see what's going on, but we make money and we're going to make money. And somebody may say, Larry, that's bad. It's war. You know what? Then you go ahead and make some money and send some money to some of these families that their loved ones are being shipped home in boxes. You do that, okay? But at the end of the day, we're funding it all right? And so this video today was not a I told you video. The market is going to be closed on Friday, and the next time it'll be open, it'll be Monday, and we could go lower on Monday. I believe that things could escalate this weekend. Now, this is the part where one or two of you guys are not going to hear. You're going to just take it and run. We could have oil could spike even higher by Monday. I'm putting this on tape. It could. I'm not saying it will, but it could. All I'm going to ask you, like I asked Morning Guys last night, and my question was, if we go back to Monday's lows, would you buy? That's what I asked, okay? So I'm going to ask you, if the things escalate and we go back to Monday's lows, the lows of the 30th, which has been the lows of this war, will you be buying? What and why will you be buying? I know I will if we go back to Monday's lows. So that's what this is all about, good people. Games people play. That's the song that rides in my head, and everybody wants to rule the world. That's another song that's just playing in my head, all right? I love you guys. We'll see you on Monday. Live, love, laugh, and learn.